Dear friends, I will continue with the talks about Wisdom Town. I believe it will be talk number 3. I will talk about what Wisdom Town can do, which makes it major step to be a complete self-sufficient society. So far I talk about self-sufficiency as far as food, energy, housing is concerned. Now, in civilized society, we use many other things. So these things are produced, basically 2 categories. Things which are produced and things which are obtained via research. And town has already critical mass which can do both. Question is what it will produce. Only things which are useful for humanity and as simple as possible, as easy to produce and use as possible. In other words, the production will be society friendly, not trying like at present to sell, to compete and sell and compete. No, these things simply don't exist. So it opens most of the creativity is not limited by the fact would the market accept it or would not. No. Intelligent people will buy it. Stupid will not. But they will gradually see that they can spend less money on things which function, so they will be educated by example. So of course I will not, in this little talk, describe all gamma of products which could be done. First, about a certain framework for that. It could be because we assume that our wisdom society will be using very high technology wherever it is useful. They will use computers to communicate between the various parts of the production. So they will be fully synchronized and not having any current problems. And so forth. There will be no marketing, no all this nonsense, no psychologists, no logos, nothing of this nonsense which consume money will be simply not there. It's unnecessary, simply unnecessary. Humanity lived for a long time and was, even during the period, recent relatively period, like 19th and 20th century, hardly was marketing even known. People did it, and there were stores, and it was good, people were buying, otherwise not. Simple. And that's nothing has changed except of this imposed insanity through consumerism. So I will just describe 2 or 3 simple things which could be done within the town. I don't know how long it will take me. If it will take too long, I will break the talk and continue it next time, maybe tomorrow. Okay, so first things which they can make, it is transportation vehicles. Usually called electric cars or electric trucks, or it could be electric tractors or scooters, bikes, whatever. First of all, they will be small. And second of all, they will not try to beat the competition, prove something more shiny, bigger, more expensive, with incredible power, which is used for nothing, because the newest car, I mean Tesla or various BMW or whatever, I'm not into this nonsense, but okay, it is difficult to avoid to read. They make the car which can go 250 kilometers an hour, something like that. It is a total and utter absurd, because where you will drive, you dumb Kopf who is buying such car? Where? In your yard, the only place, because public places have the speed limits. Simple. So you have this car to only show off to your friends. Look what I got. It's a little addition to the power of the car, is addition to your ego. Well, in the 50s in France, there still is, but it is not the same, a very innovative company called Citroën. And at that time they made a teensy little car which is called Deux Chevaux. It was very, for today's standard, it would be a complete joke. But it was excellent. I experienced it. Was the most comfortable little things I ever was in. It held to the road and cost hardly anything. So everybody could have it. It wasn't like Hitler's Volkswagen, car for people, who was as once in America, the most unsafe car in the roads. Beetle was that became. It was intelligently designed car. It was car which the body was consisting of various parts. If one part was damped or damaged, you could unscrew, buy replacement, and screw yourself. You didn't even have to go to garage. And these cars were all over the France. All over the France. Now they are antique, etc. And they make little fourgonnettes. And it was just the car for the people. Of course, it couldn't last too long. They have to do something bigger and faster and blah, 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 and so on, and so on, and so forth. Why not to make a little car, electric, which can go up to the speed limit which is allowed in the given country? In most Europe it's 120, in some 130, except of Germany. They can kill themselves with the driving, with the speed unlimited. But fortunately, there are always, fortunately for Germans, road works and the speed is slowed down. And that's it. And it could not be, it could go a certain distance. Such cars are usually used to drive to work or do shopping. Doesn't have to have a mega battery. Have a small, inexpensive, and that's it. And they could be done very easily, very, very easily. And they, of course, can do the even simpler scooters or small companies. Few people are making now electric scooters. They are much simpler. The engine, the combustion engine is incredibly more complicated, and they have a good electronics, some computers which are now cost close to nothing, and that's it. So and they could be tractors, little tractors for agriculture and for whatever needs. Simple. They don't need to go 500 kilometers. Nobody drives tractors. Drive hour, two, and then tractor is refilled. And a user rests, because people should work like as much as they do. Actually, it started getting to the heads that people work too long and too much. Anyway, enough about cars. What time it is? Okay, the second thing will be research, but since it's already 11 minutes, let's stop. So without the introduction, next talk will be very, very controversial, so wait for it. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day, as beautiful as I have. The sky is blue. It's yet not too hot. It's greenery all over.